Can you hear me, sweetie? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Stop dancing and listen to me!
No, gonna dance forever. Hi, cat.
My husband likes the music this week.
It's dancing time.
Wait, why is there two? Why is one of her things darker than the other?
What? Oh, that's weird.
That is strange. No, it's not on yours. This is weird, Kalo Cat, but one of your names is a hotter pink than the other, and I don't know why. Alright, let me get the camera on. Well, more or less. It's not a real camera, because you can't actually see me. Actually, PNG tubers don't use cameras. Oh no, I don't have my squiddy's too small! I'm having erectile dysfunction with my tentacle. Hang on.
Yeah, Kayla, it's weird because like on OBS, it's a different shade for two of the posts.
Yeah, that is so weird.
It's only the first two.
Yeah! I have no idea.
Everything else is fine and normal. Just the first two are different colors because it's sure. Okay.
Well, let me take off my compression glove for my poor sore hands. I've been a busy girl this week. There you go. Actual glove.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody! Welcome to the Patreon stream, the 5th one for April. Tonight we will be doing Minties and Kitties and Melissa's and JBZ's. So since Minty's already here, we're gonna do hers first.
Doing good, Minty.
We only had 7 left, and I have been doing about 10 at 6 at a time. But about half of them were 20 tiers, so full bodies, and I wasn't sure I'd be able to get to them. So I'm just gonna do 4 today and then do 3 next week.
That means that next Sunday is gonna be Poke Fusions.
Yes, Sunday will be Poke Fusions.
Abomination time.
Hurrah!
It's peanut butter and bomb time.
I might stream working on that Bowiji pic I just posted to the Patreon.
Luigi.
Bowiji.
Oh no. It sure would be a shame if some spooky ghost got up to me here.
Oh no, oh the spooky ghost.
Oh no, my vacuum ran out of battery.
Oh no, my butthole is expanding and contracting on its own. It's being fucked by a ghost. That's an old Tumblr post. We have to do a creature too. Who's the creature tonight? What is the creature tonight?
Well, you haven't done the bugbear from last stream as a creature.
That's true, we haven't done them. We'll do them as a creature tonight.
Little Possum Kigu.
Tiny possum. They're already a possum. That would be redundant.
Yes. It's like putting a chicken in a chicken costume. Hilarious.
Redundant. Got little teefies.
Oh, Luigi, you're back home early. I thought you were out to busting a ghost.
They weren't a bust into me! Does it have ears? I don't even know. I only drew it like 2 times last night.
Give it a hat. Don't gotta worry about ears if it got a silly hat on.
I don't remember the rest of the outfits. What's that?
Trash bag.
We will give it a trash bag
No, that's the outfit.
later. Had like a vest. There it goes. There, we got a creature to protect us.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna put that down here. And start on Minties.
Woo!
Woo!
Minty, minty, minty.
Best plant. Top 10 plant. Best of plant. Le creature.
Yes.
Le creature.
That is the defensive creature. It is the trap card against undoing too much.
Yes. Little creature protects us from undoing things that we don't want to undo.
Yeah.
So after every picture, we must contribute a sacrifice of a doodle on top of them.
It fuels the creature.
It does fuel the creature. Melle-d, you can't draw with the square tool.
Are you sure?
Yeah, sure you could.
Isn't that what pixel art is?
No, I meant like this, the grab tool, the selection square.
Pixel art is just drawing the squares. I'm not wrong.
You don't draw the squares. The squares are the brush.
Draw with squares.
Okay, sweetie.
More squares.
Okay, well, I guess you do draw with squares. But you don't draw squares. I mean, you could draw a square with pixel art, but...
Make one of those 90s S's.
It's the bed in that, what was her name? Alphys's room, that's just a cube.
I was thinking of the weird grandpa's bed in Stardew Valley.
Yeah, you can get that as a pin now off of Fangamer.
The unfortunate bed.
The bed that everyone just mods for some reason.
Because it's funny.
It is an ugly ass bed, holy shit. The fucking perspective is all wonky.
Funny. It looks like it's got like a leg just sticking out sideways for some reason.
I didn't play Stardew Valley, I didn't care for it much, but I did play Graveyard Keeper, which is basically just Stardew Valley.
Yes.
And that was fun. Just with
Darkness.
horrible things.
Zombie labor.
Yeah! I've come to find if you put a skin of something I like on something that I'm not that interested in, I'll be more interested in it.
It's true.
I'm a very simple person. Here is the bat doing a bonk, a no horny bonk.
Hey,
That's what it is, right?
it's an assault and battery.
Ha! Boo. Bunny! Oh, I thought it was a bat because it was black.
Did you just species it?
I just speciesed it. I'm sorry, Basil. Or is it Basil?
Basil.
I was confused with that. Like, I thought Basil from Amori was basil, like the plant, but then someone was calling them Basil, like Basil of Baker Street, and I was like, I'm calling them the wrong thing the whole time!
Basil.
I thought it was a weirdly girly name for a dude, but like, Amori is very, you know,
Yeah.
it doesn't really give a fuck about that shit, so.
None fucks given.
I drew this way too bright. Basil of Bunny Street.
Yeah. Hippity hoppity hippity hoppity hippity the rabbit.
Violence is on its way!
Hey.
This stream might be a little short since I'm not doing too many. I would have tried to fit in all 7, but I was a little worried it would take too long.
We'll find out.
I think I'd only risk it if the first 4 took like no time at all.
Mm-hmm. After these messages.
After these messages. Plus then, you know, I can do stuff next weekend too.
Yeah. Folk Abominations.
Well,
Everyone's
I mean, like,
favorite.
I have requests next week.
Yeah.
How many more weekends are in the month? Okay, next weekend's the last. No, wait, no, we have one more weekend after that because it goes to 30th.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, we got a lot of weekends this month.
Wow.
I remember checking on the 1st because I was like, I don't want to stream on the 1st. Is there enough weekends where I don't have to?
Oh.
You gotta bother me, honey.
I love you, and you're very cute and pretty, and you're wonderful art. And also, she likes s'more blizzards, and I gave her my chocolate piece from the s'more blizzard. Embarrassed her in the Dairy Queen by giving her stuff that I love.
You fed me like a toddler. I was so embarrassed.
I fed you like a waifu.
Oh, I posted the question mark birthday cake topper.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, it's for people who don't know whose birthday it is or don't want people to know their birthdays. And all I'm saying is like, you don't have to put candles on the cake.
Yeah.
And you could just not.
But
Why would you spend money on a candle?
because you can. Still.
Fuck off, Paul. Make a little soft pause.
Murder paws.
Murder pause.
Murder, murder, murder face.
None of the music I like has anything to do with the other music I like.
I blame it on the Miku.
Yeah.
Pretty much that's most of what Miku is anyways. It's just like a Russian roulette of music styles.
Yeah.
Wait.
Can I give it a little buck tooth?
Hey.
Just a bunny.
Cause he's a bunny.
Just a little one.
Cause it's a funny bunny.
It's a real bunny. Real baby bunny.
Yeah.
Very small, you could squeeze it.
Yeah.
But don't.
Honk. He'd make the little noise.
I should draw this with a straight. Oh, no gay jokes? I see how it is.
What?
Should draw this with a straight.
That'll never happen.
So move the paw up.
Hey. My wife actively lying to the stream. Oh, I'll draw this straight.
I'm straight as an arrow.
Straight as a boomerang.
Rude.
I am not wrong.
Hey, it doesn't matter how gay you are if you never get with anybody.
Quack. Actively mocking the Turbo Virgin community.
We'll see.
Just let us know when you come back. We'll see how long this one takes. Bunny, a bug.
There we go. Should get the Just Shapes and Beats playlist. It's a game.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking of the music, which is like, you have some of those songs on Beat Saber.
I do.
They're fucking brutal.
Yes. GG.
Rude. GG, she says. Mocks me, she says.
Yes. GG, bitch. It's not my fault you suck.
Rude.
I've been horribly distracted by the new Genshin update.
I'm glad you're having fun.
Just avoiding all the quests and exploring the new area.
It's what you do anyways. That's a quest. That sounds like busy work for someone
I
who's not
hate
having
the
fun.
quests. No one shuts up.
There.
When they put me through that fucking, Groundhog Day quest, I thought I was gonna fucking literally just quit the game altogether.
Can't stand
And every day they don't add a fucking skip button. I'm tempted.
that. No skip, only suffer.
Just shut up.
Nope.
I don't care about your stupid little Twinkie husbandos and big-tittied waifus.
Or the dog, or the dog, or the dog.
No, see, there's one guy with dog ears, and there's one guy with a dog hat, which seems to me racist to the guy with dog ears.
Yeah.
Like, you're literally wearing dog face, and then there's another guy with, like, finnick ears.
I was raised by wolves.
That's the one who's dressed like an Egyptian god that's just, like, hanging out in the bar with the rest of the motherfuckers in one of the ads, and I'm like,
This is fine.
consistency!
No. This is tight.
Put a shirt on him. Get a shirt on this twink, he's blinding me with his flat little titties.
Where's the beef?
One guy's an Oni.
True. I mean, we're gonna be getting our beef with the new Zelda game, so that'll be fun. There was one thing that was,
Y'all really, like, everyone's having a big ol', like, orgasm over that. To me, it seems like fairly normal.
yeah, but they don't normally have anything that's got big titties beyond the fucking Garuda women, so any kind of beef in that game is impressive.
Maybe I've seen too many, Gandalf pictures of him topless.
Probably.
I think I'm immune to it these days.
He is generally drawn as, a beef cow. Also, Minty has redeemed a story time.
I know, I'm trying to think of something, but I don't have a very interesting life. Oh, I did get a commission once on Fur Affinity. Exactly once.
Still impressive you got any, but that's...
Well, I specifically got on Fur Affinity because that was back when Tumblr was doing its anti-nips policy and just shooting itself in the damn foot. So I was like, I'm gonna go on a bunch of different websites, including Twitter, which I main now, to post up all my crap. So I was like, I'll post up my furries on Fur Affinity, and maybe one day I will finally gain the approval of the furries, because that's what all artists dream of, is one day getting these guys' appreciation.
A new community to get approval from.
However, I found, an easy way around it. I just got the D&D people, who are just as wasteful with their money, but have lower standards. But, for one, I could not understand what this dude was saying half the time.
Was that the one you told me about with the awoo?
He was super awoo-ish. Like, he did all the stuff. He did the asterisks. He talked with all the W's and the W's and the blah blah blah. Please, oh please, I will love if you draw my whoopsie baby butt. But, I was trying my bestest to be professional. Because I don't know when people commission me, notice I don't usually try to meme or anything like that. I tried my best to be professional and be like, hey, what you need, what's this, what's that, what da-da-da, get the info out, get to drawing. That's all I want to do, I want to draw. When I finally managed to wrangle it out of this guy through all the W's and the, terms that I don't know because I'm not a furry, and the, getting actual references and the asterisks, and when I finally got it, he never even paid his invoice.
No art.
No art, no art.
No invoice, no art.
No invoice, no art. And that was my one experience on Fur Affinity.
Obviously, you need to aim for E621.
Someone put some of my stuff on E621 before.
That's
it was some of my pony stuff.
Ah, yeah, that'll do.
Like my Fallout ponies and junk. I tried to get on E621. Like I actually joined it, but you have to tag everything. That's like I'm too lazy for that shit.
I do.
I'm barely have enough energy to cross post, and you expect me to fill the tags? No.
I'm not gonna lie, I honestly just assumed E621 was only for stolen art anyways.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but...
I mean, they're pretty good at tagging the artist, but other than that, yeah, probably everything on there's stolen. I still do go there sometimes if I need, really specific positions.
But yeah. Because they tag things.
They do. He's here to bunk the horny at you.
Did it just say jail on it?
I don't think it says anything in the original thing, but if Minty wants something written on the hammer, I can write it.
Probably just ban.
Ban hammer.
The good is told me. I hammer the ban.
I think that was probably one of the worst commissions I've ever had that never actually came through. I've only had usually if you are here's my prices, people just ghost you immediately.
Just a little doing the little
peace
sign and
peacing out.
Lower transparency to 0.
But sometimes people are nice and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have the money for this. I'm like, it's cool, bro. It's fine. I don't mind. That's cool. Take care of yourselves. I'm cool. But some people will get all the way there and then just not. I've had 2 that you get everything out and you send the invoices or you ask for the email and they just never get back to you.
Oh, God.
And this is why I take payment up front. I'm not playing that.
There was one thing I saw where it was a person would get like line work commissions from somebody, and then like hand it off to other people to color, or hand it off to an AI thing to try and like use. And it was just like, bro, what?
I mean, I do know some people get like sketches and stuff, and sometimes just get other people to finish them off. Which I'm not a huge fan of, but like it's their piece, they can do whatever they want with it after I'm done with it, but AI shit's kind of shitty.
I feel like, well, I guess maybe you like one person's line work and stuff, but you don't like their coloring.
Yeah.
Like that
I can totally see. Or maybe like they, what I think that's probably is they probably think they charge too much for color. I don't think you're probably gonna get, like, unless the person you give it to is really good at coloring, I don't think you're gonna get a nice piece out of that, honestly. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, you're probably right.
At least not as nice a piece.
Because it would be just kind of disjointed, wouldn't it? Since you're, like, two different artists are always gonna have two different opinions on how the coloring or shading should be done.
I don't know. But people can do whatever they want with the stuff they commission from me. I don't care. Once you got it, I've already forgotten it. Half the time, anyway.
Void. And empty.
I don't know, even my own stuff, sometimes I don't remember it.
And empty. Thoughts of only art.
I was literally during the 413 picture, the Dave Cat one. Yeah. There was a Dave Cat picture in my own folders that I entirely forgot I did for National Dick Sucking Day.
What?
It was safe for work.
How was it National Dick Sucking?
I don't know. I heard that and I just doodled it on the day.
That's fair.
This is the shit that used to go around Tumblr. I miss it.
Was it Penis Ouija?
No, it was, Dave went to Carcat and he was like, hey, KK, did you know that it's National Dick Sucking Day? And he's like, not in public, Dave. And he's like, you had no fun, because he was just gonna do jokes. And he's like, wait, are you serious? And then Carcat's like, now where was the human dick again? He's like, don't play me, bro. Don't play me like that, bro.
It's too late, Dave. You're already in joke heaven.
Sometimes people show that like National Lips Day or shit like that, and sometimes I wanted to draw something to go with it.
Oh, what?
I miss the days when I could just draw whatever I wanted. That's one of the reasons I'm raising my prices, to maybe have a little more free time for myself to draw. I feel like I'm not producing enough. Then again, what artist does?
Every artist thinks that they should have infinite amount of time to do infinite art.
That would be nice. I'd like that.
You are not Eldritch, nor are you non-liquid.
Well, I want to do my own art sometimes. I want to draw things I want. Drawing commissions is fun, but I'd like a 50-50 type deal. I don't think that's a bad thing to think.
Hey, these two got sausages.
Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausages?
That is an esoteric-ass meme that I do not know.
It's from Freddy Got Fingered. Which I only know about because of, like, movie review people's.
That seems right.
Neo-Dadaism.
Right.
But then I am hoping, like, when I raise my prices, it'll lower the demand and make my time worth a little more, and I'll be able to draw more of my own stuff, too. I'll probably have to, like, keep raising or lowering them until I have that nice balance. Right now, my time is, like, 80% commissions, and then, depending on other crap I gotta do, maybe, like, 10% my own stuff.
Well, that is why you started doing the weekends off, so you could do your own stuff more.
But sometimes my hands are just sore by the weekends.
Fair.
Plus, I use a chunk of my weekends doing this, so...
More memes drawn.
Maybe I do want to draw some memes.
Dude, I saw one thing today that was just like, heck. I saw one thing that was like the you know that little the penguin from Madagascar, and people have been like just posted that being like, you do this, and like do memes and stuff. I saw somebody was like, I'm fucking tired. It was like them katanaing the head off the thing.
But I like it. Artists can show off their shit. That's fun. Fuck y'all.
Well, sometimes there's just like 3 every day. And like I could see people getting tired.
No, I like it because I get to see art. I don't care.
Okay.
What art? Yes.
What ho?
What ho? Art? Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if you get annoyed with looking at art all day. I don't. That's entirely what my social media feed is.
It's true. So mine is.
Actually, it's actually a great idea because it lets artists post stuff while they're not necessarily making content. I should have gotten a soda before this.
I got you.
My Dairy Queen soda's all gone.
Are you finished down your Dairy Queen?
They have the s'mores blizzards. They're my favorite.
Yes. Hand me
So
your,
I got a mini one.
hand me your bottle.
Here, can you throw this out too?
I can.
Thank you. Thank you, Minion. Art Minion.
I am the art support unit.
Obviously, I am the famous one and you are the trophy husband.
Woo!
I used to joke that if I did get, like, if I made enough money where he wouldn't have to work because I'm doing art, he wouldn't just be sitting at home doing nothing. He'd be the one mailing out all my, like, actual merch and junk because I hate doing that. You would handle all of the merch. I'm very bad at merch. You are my booth babe, honey. You're my booth babe right now. I just send you to cons. I have him answer all of the commission requests so I can just draw and not have to talk to anyone ever. Y'all would never see me again. I'd just be gone. Actually, I should make the pink purple to match his eyes.
You be that sim that just sits in the basement doing art.
My life goal is to be the sim that sits in the basement and draws art and gets everybody money. That is an ideal lifestyle. I don't see why that's wrong. I mean, I'd probably still do the streams. He can't draw, so he can't do the streams. No, I'm fine, thank you.
No snacks, only drink. Here I'm doing it.
What sucks is, like, one of the things you do when you start getting big is hiring on people to help. Unfortunately, I can't hire on people to help me draw. That doesn't really work that way.
You hire a colorist. And then
I do hate coloring.
And then the person
I don't trust you to color.
And then the person that does the what's it? The background thingies.
Background artist?
No, like the little manga tones and stuff.
Oh.
The screen tones.
Yeah.
And then soon you're a famous mangaka. And you have minions.
Yeah, do it, girl. Woo. Do it, girl. Wanna be a member? Wanna be a member?
Nah.
He gets that joke.
Only because you.
Thank you, Fleischer Tunes. No. No. I want to make this kind of purple.
Playful.
Purple. Foible? Not that purple. Like a slight purple.
Extra purple.
Yeah!
Too many purple.
Get it, girl. Do that. Be popular. Get that dash dash.
Yeah. Become unfamous.
What's it called when they're like the artists that work together to make like the little doujinshis and stuff? Art circles?
Yeah.
Become an art circle.
One of my mutuals, the other Cyclops, she's in an art circle. Maybe I should do one day, like join one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't know what to do, and I'd probably get too shy to even talk to people.
First thing you do is you go over there and you be like, hello.
I don't like to talk to people. I like to just like come out of my hole and post art, and everyone's like, "What an amazing creature!" And they never talk to me.
Come out of your hole. And you're doing just fine. I messed up. Surprise.
I might not want to do it too because I don't necessarily want to get like typed into something either. Even though I'm doing a lot of D&D stuff right now, I don't want that to be my like exclusive thing.
Well, I don't think you generally do when like those circles, at least not from what I've seen.
I don't know. Usually they're catered to a certain thing.
So it's just like a beat, like
Not like
circle or something?
strictly, I think, but usually artists with similar styles and or likes. You know, creepy stuff, cute stuff.
Well, you do like creepy cute.
I do, but again, that's not the only thing I do. I kind of don't control what I do too. I don't have any control over this. Controllant. Little bunny ready to kill.
Hey.
I'm gonna put a little... Oh, that layer's locked. That's why it's not showing. Little star of intent.
That means that he's about to do it critically.
Yes.
That's what it is in the vintage game. That's like when you see like you charge and charge and charge and then ting! And then if
Ting.
you swing at the right moment, critical strike. Extra damage.
Alright, we need to give the creature something. What do we give the creature?
Possum outfit.
There are a possum!
Okay,
I should probably give them a little nose.
a nose.
Yeah.
That is their gift.
No! Just feel like they should have one. Oh, thank you, Crimson Curl?
Sorry.
Sorry, it's stretched out on mine. I need to fix that. I'm also dyslexic. I will give... Yeah, let's give her a possum key. A silly one. She's a full possum now.
Is it a she or a he?
I don't actually know. I'm assuming gender. They're cute, so I thought she. Everyone is cute as a she to me. Until proven otherwise. Because obviously I think they're cute, they must be a she. Oh, this looks horrible.
Guys, can it be cute?
They can. They just gotta tell me.
You're cute.
I'm a guy. I knew it. It's got your eyes.
Just
Just wham. Teeth.
Teeth's very important. Teeths are maximum importance.
Thank you. It is... What was I chose tonight? I usually just get some lo-fi music. This is 8-bit electro gaming mix 2020. Chiptune music mix. I have a playlist actually that's on my YouTube channel that's actually fully open to the public. That's just all the stream music I use.
Chiptune make you lose control.
Usually I either go weirdcore or some other lo-fi stuff, game music.
You're a weird core.
You're weirdcore.
Thank you.
There you go. Possum.
Trash panda.
Alright, now we'll get to JBZ since they're here. I don't think Kitty's here, are they?
I haven't seen her talking.
Oi! I'm sorry. In Dredge, there's like these clouds of madness that float around. Not you, cat. Wrong cat. Shit. I opened a can of tuna. They're all coming. But there's these like weird purple clouds of madness, and when you get close to them, you can hear them whispering, and you're supposed to avoid them to keep your fear low. But of course, I immediately went to them because they look cool. But we joke that it's like the eldritch gods going to the human, going pss, 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 pss. Which is how you capture humans.
Yeah, look, see, I can just bring a human right now.
That's not how you talk to the humans.
They
Worked on that one.
That one's weird, and you know it.
Yeah, I found out with Dredge that I am entirely the guy in the Lovecraftian Eldritch horror that's like, oh man, I totally want to like explore all this weird crap despite what everyone tells me not to, and then I get eaten or whatever, and you just find all my notes afterwards.
Wow, causes madness and destroys your mind from the
That
inside.
sounds cool as shit.
Sounds like a you problem, buddy. I'm just built different.
What happened to Dr. Melle-d? It's like, she kind of summoned madness. Oh, is she okay? No, she's dead, but she died the way she lived.
Madness.
Because everything in that game I went running towards.
You did. Including the crab ship. HMS.
Including the, like, I was literally, like, in that place where there's the giant octopus in the deep cavernous hole, and I was like, oh, cool, a giant octopus, and I got all destroyed. This is why chasers in horror games don't work for me.
HMS Pinchy got you pretty good.
Yeah.
That one was funny. I just hear, is that a book?
You're so mean. This is why I died in, what's the game? The Hugsy one? With the big blue guy? Poppy's Playtime?
Yeah.
Yeah, like when he came out, you were supposed to run, but I just stood there and looked up at him. Apparently he doesn't hit you until you get out of that hallway. Because I just stood there and he literally had to shove my player character out of the hallway. Because, like, why would I run from it?
You with an unending interest in monsters. Huggy Wuggy looks fun.
I was like, oh, hey, let's look at big guy.
And then you got it.
He didn't seem dangerous. I hadn't seen him kill anyone like you usually see in horror games.
Yeah. Well, you know, until he killed you anyway.
Yeah. And then I still wasn't scared of him. I was like, oh, I guess I gotta run.
Yeah.
Annoying.
No chasers.
Not a fan of chasers. Sure. Probably won't see the claws though, the hand's in the way. The pub.
Yep, Pub Patrol. Pub Patrol. See, obviously...
A cad. All cops are dogs.
Yeah. See, obviously Paw Patrol is an unrealistic portrayal of things because everybody's working with the police. Including but not limited to the fire department. So we know that's a lie.
I have nothing against like Paw Patrol as a concept. Like kids are interested in like police and firefighters and stuff like that. I do, however, have a problem with how much merch they put out and how a lot of the merch is related to new versions of things.
Yeah.
Like how they used to put out new Transformer models.
It is.
And they're always putting out new models of this. Like, when I was younger, like, they might put out, like, a new Barney because it can do new shit. But this is just, like, upgraded vehicles and junk like that.
Yeah.
And it makes me uncomfortable because it runs so young.
You gotta have the new thing every, you know.
Like, they used to do that, like, 10-year-olds, but these are, like, 2-year-olds.
Because they had, like, the movie which introduced the new pink dog. And now they've got the new version where they've got like water vehicles and stuff.
Yeah, it just makes me uncomfortable that you're doing that kind of marketing with children so young. I mean, it's arguable you shouldn't do it with the 10-year-olds who like, you know, Optimus Prime and stuff. But it just makes me uncomfortable that it goes that young.
Yeah.
Because they don't have any self-control at all.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even have the concept of, no, they're babies.
At least they haven't done blind boxes for it yet, but that's...
No, I've seen some things that were blind boxes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen those. But there's like the
There's
LOL
a while back, there
dolls
was
and
little
the...
one. Well, see, like, the LOL is around that, like, it's still a little young for my taste. I don't like the LOL dolls in general, and I don't really like that kind of stuff for kids to begin with, but at least that's, like, old enough where they can, like, properly play with shit. I don't know, maybe Paw Patrol runs older than I think it does, but I thought it was, like, a little baby show.
I think it's like...
Like Blue's Clues.
No, I think it's like 5 to 7, because it's like a little animated cartoon.
I don't know, I don't
CG
watch
now.
Paw Patrol.
But, yeah, it's like, I would say it's like 5-year-olds. Thereabouts.
That's just a little young for my taste in this kind of thing.
It's really weird right now. We're getting so many of these new Transformers toys, but they're for like a show that's not out.
Yeah.
It's like a show that no one knows about. Everyone's just like, what the hell is Earthspark? It's like, they put out a ton of toys for this Earthspark thing that doesn't exist.
What still makes me mad to this day is we got exactly one doll for She-Ra, and it was like a, you know, comb the hair, dress her up type doll. For like toddlers, for a show that like appealed to older girls.
Mm-hmm.
Like at least like almost tween girls.
Yeah.
But we got so much He-Man merch for that Netflix special that came out before it was even out, and I was just super pissed. I was like, come on, guys.
We're still getting more stuff for He-Man now. Like,
yeah.
more and more new figures and stuff. And then, like, of course, they've also got to be like, play like you remember, and it's like toys designed to be like the original run of He-Man toys.
Those are just for collectors.
They are.
Which, as someone who likes figures, I wouldn't consider myself a collector.
Yeah.
I don't have any preference for collecting whole sets of things or anything like that. I just see toys I like and I like them.
I mean, I accidentally collected that one because I got that, I got the Christmas Stormtrooper thing that I thought was just fucking hilarious when I went by, and then everyone was like, you got one? And I was like, it's hard? Just picked one up off the shelf. Thought it was funny.
It just pissed me off that She-Ra got, like, what,
Nothing,
3 seasons and no toys? And He-Man got toys before its first season was even out? That just pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah. He-Man also,
And She-Ra's a license!
He-Man's also had, like, 2 other shows.
Yeah! All of which got toys.
Because it got...
Makes me mad.
It's just, like, it's gotten so much support. And the Metroid Amiibos. I have regular Samus, and then I have,
I have the one that's the little Metroid on the little capsule that broke out. I thought that was really cool.
yeah.
I almost have all the Hoi Hoi San dolls.
Yeah.
But that's because there's not that many of them.
There's like 4.
And it wasn't intentional. All the model kits, the 1-to-1 model kits.
I still apologize for getting you into that.
No, it's so cool. It's one of my favorite series.
It's like, I was like, oh, this looks really neat. I bet she'll really like this. And then it turns out that I found like esoteric, weird ass bullshit. That,
well, it also really got me into model kits, because I'm not all that into Gundam. And I prefer like weirder model kits. Like I still want the ramen model kit.
yeah.
I think I still have that up on Throne. I'll get it one day.
Hey.
Probably when it gets a re-release at a con.
She-Ra never got a complete physical release. God, that sounds right.
I think a lot of things these days probably won't.
Yeah, not anymore.
No. I mean, She-Ra was kind of at the edge, but a lot won't, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Which sucks, because, you know, licensing is so shit these days.
Age of streaming and stuff just disappears now.
I think the last seasons of Infinity Train didn't either.
Yeah. Because that went away for the,
And then they took it off its thing, yeah. So there's no legal way to get it.
Yep.
This is why you pirate everything.
Yep. Because, like, if you had a way to get it, then they couldn't write it off, so they had to just erase it all. Poof. Pull the plug. That's why they don't want any kind of, like, you know, internet archiving or things like that. That's why they're trying to sue that shit. Because they're like, well, then people will still have access to it.
Yes.
Yes.
That sucks, because I know a lot of people put old ROMs and stuff of things on archive.org. That's one of the things, the people who get the, like, LGR and stuff like that, who get the oddware and stuff.
Yeah.
One thing he'll do after he reviews it is he'll put the, drivers and stuff on archive.org. Because if he didn't, they'd probably be lost forever.
Yeah. A lot of that stuff is, it's important to keep our history.
Yeah.
And especially because some of that stuff is physical media that'll literally annihilate itself. It needs some help. Some of the old things, they have, like, embedded batteries or shit like that. So that it's on a timer. Just physically going to happen. And, yeah.
It sucks.
Game Boy games are eventually just that's gonna be it.
What really sucks is, preservation is actually a fairly new concept, especially with, non-huge things. Like, you look at film reels and stuff, they were not preserved. That's what Fleischer's doing, is preserving. That's the Fleischer people are doing. Follow the Fleischer preservers on Twitter. They're pretty great, the Fleischer collection. They have to find these old, film reels, usually with 5 or 6, I'm gonna cut it off a bit low because I didn't really design it to have the rest of the body. It's not gonna work with this pose, as derpy as it is. But a lot of them got film reels with 3 or 4 films on it.
So some of those things are probably also lost.
Yeah, also the probably only thing that they had, and a lot of them were just stuck in the back of places that they found when it was shut down. No one cared. But now we have the best means to preserve stuff that we've ever had, and we can't do it legally.
Didn't that happen with Doctor Who? They found it in Latin
America
or
they found it in I think someplace in Latin America had a warehouse of a bunch of missing episodes, but there's still a bunch of missing episodes.
Yep. She's like, well, shit's gone.
We at best have some scripts for them.
Heck, even that thing for the Hey Arnold, that could have just as easily been completely lost forever.
That's just what happens. Shit gets lost because there's no reason to keep it.
Yeah.
And think about all the stuff that got lost before then, though. Before we preserved stuff.
There's been stuff that'll, you can't know what you don't know, basically.
Yeah.
So, you can't even imagine what we've lost.
The biggest thing that sucks to me is a lot of the stuff we lose is really culturally relevant to, the everyday culture. We only save the important shit, but the casual shit that's probably way more important to the people actually living day to day, especially anyone in, a minority culture, tends to get thrown out. Because it's everywhere. Why would you think to keep it?
Yeah, that's the nation that Egypt traded with. I was like, why would you record anything about it? They're literally right there. Just walk next door. And then we know somebody existed, and they were important. So
think about recipes and places people ate, pictures people drew, ads, things like that. That's the kind of stuff that gets lost because it's not important.
Yeah, I mean, it was only, last year that they figured out how to make the Roman concrete? Because something as simple as, we used the seawater from this one area makes such a massive difference that not knowing that basic fundamental meant you couldn't reproduce it. Just like the Greek fire. What is it? Burned even underwater?
Think about the cube. They didn't know what it did, and it turns out it was used for making fingers on gloves. That stuff that was treated orally, and making gloves or socks was not important as far as people cared to the day-to-day governance of a nation or to cultural history, but it's still part of someone's everyday life, and it's just lost forever. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, because why would you need to write it down? Every house mom knows how to do it because they're making the gloves for various shit.
Even if like they were asked, if someone asked, they'd be like, "That's not important."
Yeah. Everybody has one.
I don't know, I find like day-to-day, person-to-person anthropology way more interesting than like role wars and trading and stuff. Well, trading's kind of interesting, but just because it's like normal people's crap.
The evil copper trade.
JBC with little tiny paws. I have to make the arms bigger. Got too much hair. You're too hairy. Them curls. Like Garfield.
Shave the beastie.
Well, they're a furry. I don't think that would work.
Beastie is now a naked.
Wait. Yeah, racism and just basic imperialism has made us lose a lot of crap. But we've even lost stuff from like the imperialist countries and what they thought about things and stuff because no one cared enough to really write it down.
That one thing out the British Museum, it was like the bronze masks that had like historical stuff on them.
I love how I draw something and then I just misshapen it till it wasn't what it was originally. Yes! How else is she gonna pap? She needs her to do her claws out.
Hands are made for papping.
I technically have half fingerless glove right now.
Hey.
My artist glove. I should draw myself with my artist glove. I should draw myself with my compression gloves.
On a tentacle. It just looks like a fishnet that's been wrapped around it.
Wow, old lady, you're so goth. You have fingerless gloves. It's like, yeah, ha ha ha.
Why do
They're
you-
totally not compression gloves because I'm in pain.
Why is it only missing 2 fingers?
There's that one guy, was it Overwatch or was it,
It was Moira.
No,
on
there was that
Overwatch.
one guy who was an artist and he still had his artist gloves.
Oh,
I think that's from the one you played, Apex?
might be.
One of the characters, he's kind of twinky.
Oh, Mirage? The
No,
bicycle
not
guy?
Mirage. Mirage isn't a twink, he's a bicycle.
I was gonna say, I was like, wait a minute.
He's kind of a twinky sci-fi hipster.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, now you got it.
Goddamn, now what's his name?
But he drew and he had an artist glove.
Yeah, I think it is Apex. I think you're thinking of the one nerd guy.
Not that twink, the other twink.
Google, why did you change the thing again? I want to see images, you piece of shit.
See, if I add more anatomy, this pose is just gonna look so much fucking weirder. Because it doesn't make sense anatomy-wise. Oh, I forgot the ears.
Apex Legend characters from sources across the web. Watson, Fuse, Loba, Cryptocurrency, Mad Maggie, Catalyst, Gridiron Football, Allegra Clark, Polish Hussars. I don't think Google's doing so good right now.
Do you think they're using that AI thing?
Probably.
Oh, I heard that thing sucks. again, maybe Apex itself is kind of a vague term. I would just go to the Wikia and search characters.
Yeah, it's crypto, but yeah, people. I think it is both people editing things and also people that's using the AI stuff.
Is his name Crypto?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Crypto there. Oh, what a horrible name.
Mm-hmm. But yes, that is the little twink Asian man who has the drone and stuff.
Garfield. I'm hungry, John.
Yes, John. It's Monday, you know.
Poppy potty pop. Hello.
I'm the puppet man, you
You are not. You're my puppet man. Woo! Dork face. Stop being a puppet.
Oh, but it's fine.
George, you're a penguin. Stop it.
Yeah, no, that's pretty funny, Misty.
It looks like that one scene from Yuri on Ice.
What, the entirety of him skating in front of his husband?
No, actually, it was the other Yuri. It was two Yuris. One was a Japanese Yuri, and one was a Russian Yuri. It looks like the scene where he danced for his boyfriend and grabbed his glove off with his teeth. You know, the straight one.
Quote unquote.
The straight one.
Ah, yes, straight.
The token straight.
Just bass boosted. Straight.
He was literally the token straight, though.
Good.
I didn't think I'd like Yuri on Ice because it is technically a sports anime. I just don't care for those. But all it did was make me realize that figure skating is not a sport, it is an art.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I don't have to do my art in front of people most of the time. Oh my god, it's horrible.
Nope, you didn't like that.
Apparently Twitch don't like that you use fuck.
Twitch don't like that Beastie said, I fucked your mom. In quotes.
Beast.
So. God, okay, so you know how, like, we've talked before about, like, Twitch starting to, like, actually moderate things and be like, okay, look, we have to do this because you are technically breaking the rules kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, here recently there's been people that have been getting in trouble for stuff they've been doing, like they're supposed to. And so, like, one, she got a one-day ban for wearing a bunny suit, a very provocative, low-cut, show, like, literally, you know, barely up to the nips kind of bunny suit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she got a one-day ban for it. Because...
Understandable.
Yeah, because that's the rules. You knew what you were doing. It wasn't like you're being funny. You're not sneaky. You know what you're doing. So she got a one-day ban and threw a giant temper tantrum about it.
Ouch.
Well, why am I getting moderated? It's like, because everyone's been complaining about there not being enough moderation, and now they're starting to. Like they should have been, but that's beside the point.
Just do it on OnlyFans.
It's like, so yeah, there's like they're starting to moderate like they're supposed to, and they've been saying they were going to. Now they are.
Do fun, like, not safe for work shit, like safe for work shit on Twitch, and then be like, hey, here's an ad for my OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And have it all censored and be like, this is, you could hold up the outfit you wore. This is the outfit I wear on my OnlyFans.
But like, so one person got their emote removed because
There you go, Fansly. One of the other things that isn't Twitch.
Yeah.
Anything that isn't Twitch.
But like, a person got their emote removed because their emote is a picture, is like their, you know, their character looking straight faced and just doing the, you know, L on the forehead, right?
Aw.
They got that removed because you could just, it's literally like something take the L, and so like it got removed because you could use it for harassment.
That's why I was worried about the gay one.
And they said, hey, yeah, this could totally be used for harassment. So it got removed. And they proceeded to have a Twitter meltdown about it.
Well, I could see that, yeah.
I mean, like, look, you can't have it both ways. Either you want them to start moderating, or you don't. And if you want them to start moderating, you do have to expect them to start moderating. And also, guess what? Twitch has a ton of people.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna have to expect them to start auto-moderating for a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Until
And honestly, that is an emote that could be used for harassment. Just like,
yes.
change it up or something.
And, you know, honestly, it's fairly harmless. So they probably will just come back and be like, okay, you know what? This one's allowed, actually.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Even if they don't, you lost an emote.
But the thing is,
It's a single emote.
at least according to the one spec, there is 1 million people who are not partnered but associate, or whatever it is, whatever we are with Twitch, so they can have emotes. There's 1 million people who can upload emotes. You're gonna automate check things first because you have to at that volume. That's just the way that's gotta work. And that's fine as long as you have a process to be able to moderate it afterwards.
Yeah.
So, like, you can't get pissy when you get the consequences of your actions.
I pull a star into eyes.
Hey, not little hearts?
I don't know, I like stars in the eyes better. Why you never do the size I want?
What size do you want? Yes!
No, it's just reaching. It's the other side of the arms, more or less. I'm not really sure I understand, sorry.
The vest? Like the collars of the vest, maybe? I don't get that either. Sorry, Beezy. Why do I have that stuck in my head? Alien, Watashi, alien, you. Okay, so which one do you like better? Discommunication alien or the alien thing?
I think that's just the lapels of her jacket, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, but you see, that's like when you like lift up your arms and it's making the vest fluff out because it's not like, it's not cinched up in the middle. still can't believe that we got to see the on that one show having them do the animatronics with the make love in this club. Someone else knows about that.
I'm just impressed that he managed to go a whole thing talking about Chuck E. Cheese's history and how it's shutting down and what it's becoming now, and didn't want mention Five Nights at Freddy's.
I know. That's gotta be like, I just don't
I guess he can't afford it.
It's probably just like, don't talk about it. Just shut up, don't talk about it. Because, like, even the guy is not terrible. Like, he would have been fine with it showing up on the show. So it's just kind of funny. Well, it started with a hippo Dolly Parton and went from there.
I knew most of that stuff, I just didn't know about the, what you call it? I didn't know some of the finer details, but I had watched stuff about that in general.
Yeah. It's just neat to find out that just, like, we tried to beat them by stealing their stick, but then they went bankrupt, so we just bought them and wore their face like a creepy animatronic mask.
Yep.
Yeah, we are. That John Oliver thing was fun to watch.
The Homeowners Association one scared me.
Yeah.
It makes me not want to buy a house now.
Yeah.
Like, that was like, hey, maybe if we move somewhere cheaper that, you know, has, like, decent housing prices, maybe we too one day, if this keeps going well, can get a house and have some, like, saved income, you know, when we die or something like that. But, now I'm scared. Now I don't wanna.
John Oliver made a video essay?
Yeah, that's basically what his things are.
Yeah.
If you consider what I watch video essays, then he's a video essay.
Agreed.
Though I guess you just call that, like, be journalism.
It's a journalist.
Journalist.
Look at you reporting on stuff like an actual journalist.
Usually they just call it a segment.
Because, like, I guess in theory he's on, like, HBO Max or whatever.
Yeah.
So they're just, like, little...
I don't know, I just watch him on YouTube. I literally don't watch him on anything else.
Yeah. I guess, like, in theory they would be skits or something, but even that...
Yeah. News segments, I think, is what they're supposed to be. I don't like that. Me does something. Don't like it. Undoes things.
Undo!
Undo all the things.
Sticks out tongue for like 5 minutes.
That's what we used to call news segments.
Yeah.
Back when news could be news. Editorials. Deep dives.
I'm still having fun watching the Fox News floundering in their getting sued for defamation stuff. Boy, is that like every old school.
I will put some
salesman
hearts
thing.
behind it, though. I think it deserves some little hearts behind it. Oh, what are these? Oh, that is an ugly color combo. And that's too dark. Yeah, that'll work. I don't like the inside whitish though. She likes it. Woo! You have been chosen.
Or head pats. The most exciting of days. Head pat o'clock.
Alright, what do we give the creature?
Well, it's a possum, right? So shouldn't they get a trash bag?
Put it in the trash. My brush is at 31 when it's usually at 5.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds big. Is that corrections? Or is that size lines? What does that mean?
I'm not telling. It's the size of the brush.
You restrict my learnings?
It's how big the dot is that I draw with. Alright, give these two guys a creature of their own. Creature. Alright, now to the 20s. First, Kitty, and then we'll do Melle-d. Oh, wait, nope, it's Melissa. Melle-d is next week. Melissa wanted a bunny suit, so I'll do Kitty first, because I remember this. Gotta do a human-shaped cat like this. Why are all the people in the headphones that say things British?
I don't know. It's a weird, like... Because I know, like, with the, I'll give you
Cat? I'm a kitty cat. And a dance, 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 and a dance, dance, dance. Cat? I'm a kitty cat. And a dance, 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 and a dance, dance, dance.
I remember in, like, the Giving Me Directions one, that was, like, DLC to get a British voice.
I mean, I set mine as British because I liked it.
It's funny. The British, well known for having a sense of direction, as they go to literally anywhere.
That's so mean! Why are you so mean?
I'm right.
You're not right.
I am very much correct.
Kitty fights Beastie for birthmark placement.
Head pat machine broke.
What's the difference between a mole and a birthmark? Moles show up later.
I'm not sure that there is one. I feel like that's just like a word difference, but it's not actually a meaningful difference.
Because I think usually when you put them on the face, you call them moles, more or less. I have a ton of moles. I'm a moley lady.
You're moldy, oly, oly. You're soft and cute and round. And in the
I have one mole on my face that's not really all that dark. It has like no melatonin to it. So it just looks like a zit, so it's just a bump. I've been debating on getting those little, face stickers.
Oh yeah, the little stars.
Yeah, like people used to do for syphilis cover-ups. I thought that would be fun.
It would be.
Apparently there were a lot of rules to how many you could have or how little you could have and what they meant if you put them where.
Well, you don't want to look like a whore. They have a lot of stickers.
Exactly. Why do I have so many cat patrons?
Well, I mean, you did at one point literally go pss, 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 pss. So I think you kind of answered
Hey.
yourself on that one.
Hey, J Beastie. Psst, 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 psst.
Summon like half of the group.
Is that cat racist?
It's either cats or tieflings. Either way, they'll show up.
Open scan a tuna on stream.
Shake some dice, all the D&D people run up.
Oh yeah, that's how you get the D&D people. Hey, D&D people. That maxes out my mic.
It is a sharp sound.
Shakes dice.
I was sitting there like, huh.
That'd be so funny if Melissa showed up.
It would. I wouldn't even feel bad. That'd be funny.
I don't think she's streaming today.
No,
She's probably sleeping.
yeah. She's done like 12-hour streams again. What's the sleep schedule? Never met her.
I gotta turn this into a people shape.
Right.
More or less. Maybe I'll just copy the cat shape and just put human limbs under it. Maybe I'm overthinking it.
Silly proportions aren't clever.
Yeah. I think sometimes I overthink things. I'm portaling it.
Yeah. I was looking at my guys trying to figure out why one of my little mans was being injured, and I finally find where he was, and it's because they're sitting there punching a landmine.
That would detonate the landmine.
I'm playing orcs, and I was trying to figure out why one of my orcs was getting injured. And I was like,
That's a very orc thing to do.
I was like, who's being hurt and why? And then I just finally find one dude just going to town. Like, yeah, that's fair.
That is a very orc thing to do, though.
It's like, yeah, alright.
Should she be mad or scared?
Probably scared.
Should I try to get the boobs in the shot? The arms are trying in the way.
Boobs are in the
I feel like I gotta try. I even gave Jay Beastie some cleavage.
Boobs in the shot. Boobs in the shot. Hey, boobs in the shot. Boobs. Big bipply bappers. Bonka honka honkas.
Ideally, that should have been like their next space, but I was like, no, I'm gonna squish them so I can at least give them some cleavage. I figured they'd appreciate it. Warping reality to get boobs in there.
Yep, that's on brand.
She looks so scary right now. Oh man, JBZ, have you put in any Pokemon fusions onto the Pokemon fusion parts of the Discord?
Yeah.
You can pick 2 Pokemons to fuse and I'll draw them looking stupid.
Yeah, there's a channel.
Yeah, on the Discord there's a channel right in the bottom. It's the last one. It's Pokemon merge stream requests. People can put in their requests and I'll do those 2 Pokemon merged on the stream. I think the website you can go to actually merge them is pinned at the top, if I am correct. And it really only has a few Pokemon outside of the like gold and silver era, so you have to keep it around 250 or so, I think. But some of the more popular ones are in there, like Mimikyu and stuff like that. So there's a chance. If not, I'll take the one that does get merged and randomize it. But we're gonna do that this Sunday, so... Well, next Sunday.
Always a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's sexy.
Sometimes it's horny. Sometimes it's spooky. Who knows what it will be.
Yeah.
Should make her eyes bigger. That'll make her less scary. I think I do want to do the little down mouth, though. Rick and Morty down mouth. All of Kitty's ones are the most, like, derp motherfuckers. Well, you can do it now. It should still be open. You can put in more than one, but I get to the first one first, so. I try to keep it to 1 request per person for stream. Though I do have 2 days of weekend left, so we might be doing more than 1.
Yeah, let's see. She's excited.
Oh, they're fun!
Hey, they are fun to see. It's really funny too, because you do some really monstrous ones, and then you also do some ones which is like, this is the horny.
I know, yeah, sometimes we do get ones that don't have one, unfortunately. Sorry. These are all made by a specific group. Actually, the person who was on the, like, in the group actually came to one of the streams. It was a lot of fun. They were able to explain stuff to us.
Yeah.
And why they don't have certain ones.
It was neat. It's, especially, like, you could see some of the thought process
Yeah.
into some of those ones, and it's like, oh boy.
I really appreciate the work they put in there.
Yeah.
And if I do one really good, sometimes I send it to the person and I'm like, hey.
Hey.
Show the person who who came up with this. The sprite art for a lot of them is really good.
Yeah, it is.
I believe it's in a game they're working on.
or were working on.
Yeah. Pokemon's weird.
Yeah, it's hard to tell with Nintendo. Sometimes they're just like Sue happy. Or just DMCA things forever.
Is that a kid screaming outside or was that my music?
That was a kid screaming outside. Is that my spooky
Is
music?
that my music? There you go. I just look at the art.
Yeah. Is that my music or a child dying? You decide. Sounds like a whole herd of goblins out there, dang.
The goblins like to come out after dinner to play.
Yeah, that's fair. They should get lots of exercise time.
I can't
Good
wait
for
till
them.
the pool opens up before they go on summer break.
Oh, I know.
I'm gonna go over so much. I should really get a new bathing suit. But they're so expensive for girls my size. I'm so cheap.
Bombshell of life.
No.
Alright.
Well, I showed you the one I liked at Torrid.
Yeah.
But it was like $100. Torrid's expensive. But it was a one piece.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking a one piece because I have a two piece, but it tends to come off if I swim too vigorously.
Oh no! Whatever will I do?
Honey, it's a public pool. It's outside. This music sounds kind of Undertale-y.
Hey. Oh no, not Undertale.
I'm still pissed that Dice Bar didn't know I was an Undertale artist.
After 1,000 years in the Skeletrenches.
I know, right? I was so mad. It's rude.
I did my time in the trenches.
There you go, kind of mad sad. Like, I'm scary, don't hurt me.
I'm specifically very big, go away.
Yeah, if you have a combo you like, just put it in there. We'll try to get to it next Sunday. We need to do Chibi's though, because I missed her last time. I should put my creatures on the ones that are complete. Yo!
Yo.
Psst, 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 psst.
See, we were right. You do the.
How many cat people do I have on my Discord? There's Kitty and there's Nebula, though Nebula's creator I don't think is necessarily a cat person.
Alright.
And there's JBSD. Do I have other cat people?
I mean, there's tieflings.
Tieflings are not cats!
Are you sure?
No, I am not.
X to doubt.
You're a tiefling.
Hey.
I'm trying to get all my cat patrons on by going pss, pss, pss into the microphone.
Summon kitties.
Booty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kitty comes in the chat. Oh shit, that's me.
Well, at least they can tell. It's a bit of a silly picture.
Sometimes with cats, they just stare at the mirror confused.
There's an anime this season about an alien who's researching all the dangerous animals on Earth because they're about to control it. But Cat's too cute, and now she's stuck with
Agreed.
Cat. She has Cat. I too wouldn't want to destroy the world if there were cats.
I mean, cats are cats. So, you know. You got it. You got it, bro. Cat.
Yeah. It's kind of cheap, but it's cute. It's meant to be cute. I forget what it's called. It's like, cute is in the title. But I'm sure if you search, like, anime about alien and, you know, facing cute cats. It's this season, so. She's very scary, you guys. Look how scary she is. Aren't you scared? She's very big.
She's very puffed up.
She's so big.
Too cute crisis.
Too cute crisis, that's it. That one is cute.
Meanwhile, everyone looking at Kitty and loading the Super Soaker.
Sorry, you only got Pokemon people. Not enough furries. Though after my last stream with the Pokefusions, there's some furries.
I mean, I saw some of the ones that you drew.
I made it worse.
Yeah, but it was fun though. Your Mimikyu one came out really good too.
Yeah, go ahead, yeah. I met, like, manga a lot of times is just an ad for the anime. I would go ahead, yeah.
You did that back.
But the anime, yeah, the anime is the ad for the manga. There you go. But the anime has cute cat noises.
Yeah.
I love cat noises.
You do.
When I'm stressed, I'll look up cat noises. Though they are human-made, I think. Meow, 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 meow. I don't think I have, but I am reading a really good Twitter manga right now. That's the middle-aged businessman who got reincarnated as a cat. And it is surprisingly adorable. It's little, like, one-page, one-panel shorts. And he gets adopted by his hard-ass boss. But every time they show the cute little kitten, there's a picture of the businessman's face behind it doing the same expression. And it always gets me. He ends up getting adopted by his boss, who he thought was a real hard-ass. Turns out his boss is, like, just in love with cute little kittens. But this cute little kitten is a middle-aged man.
Oh no, why did I push that off the counter?
I've been cracking up to it.
It has been good.
It's funny. It's a funny manga. That does sound cute. There's also that manga, or that manhwa, where the skeleton monster adopts a human baby thinking it's a cat. And cannot be convinced otherwise.
This is fine.
That's just a cat!
I mean, they're not far.
Yo, that's some weird cat!
Yo, bro, what's up with that weird cat?
What's up with your cat? It's naked. It's hairless cat. I love naked cats though, they're so cute.
I mean, naked cats. We could make kitty cat a naked cat. It can be done.
Wouldn't that just be a human though?
Damn.
Would a naked cat girl just be a human? I guess she'd have the ears.
She'd have the ears.
And the tail.
And a lot of anger. I feel like she would be very grumpy.
It's just a naked cat. That's just a person. What is a man?
Would you be bald? That's a good question.
You would. I'll have to watch it after the stream. I'll shave you. You want me to shave you? I'll make you bald. I I drew Sans for a few years. I can draw bald people. Naked. So much naked.
Oops, all naked.
Oops, all naked. Oh, this weird cat outside and it's naked. That's a human person.
Blink, motherfucker.
I'm sure there's naked cat furries.
I would.
But a
have to
naked
imagine so.
cat girl would just be a human person. Scusi. They'd be naked cat ears, so they'd just be like weird shaped human ears.
You'd be like, yeah, there'd be floppy ears up on top. And a skinny, fleshy tail. Concerning.
We're a rat.
I'm a cat girl. No, you're not.
Her hair doesn't stand up though, even though I made her pants and her jacket stand up.
It's obviously the fur in the pants is just fluffing them up.
She doesn't have fur down there, I assume.
You don't know that.
That's true. What if, like, a cat girl was covered in fur and she just shaved everything that was, like, outside of her clothes?
Just infinitely cursed.
Dude, what if a monkey furry wanted to pretend to be human, so they just completely shave themselves every day?
Just nair. Or laser hair removal.
Yeah!
I mean, we might be overthinking things.
There was that orangutan that people just shaved every day and turned into a prostitute.
Yeah, I remember
That was
you were
fucked
watching
up.
that thing. That was some fucking weird ass.
They got her out, though.
Yeah.
And now she's in a zoo, where she's safe. It was one of the, like, horrible tales from the internet stories. It was on Wang. He's a YouTuber I watch video essays on about horrible things.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes I force my husband to listen.
Only when it's menacing.
Yeah. She was saved, though. She was taken from the village. She can't be around men anymore. But she's now living the rest of her little orangutan life in a zoo. She had to get treated for skin stuff because they shaved her like every 2 days, so she had a lot of ingrown hairs.
Yeah, it's not
They would like put makeup and stuff on her.
Poor thing. No one deserves makeup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is a horrible story. But that's what Wang does. He goes into a lot of horrible fucking stories. And I have a weird fascination with how horrible human beings can be to each other. That one just happened to be about an ape. It was also the one about the guy who grew his penis back on his arm. That was cool.
It was.
He finally did get that. He got his penis attached where it should be. Finally. He got like some kind of thing that got his... I forget why he got his penis cut off. But he lost his penis.
Yeah, well.
He had no penis. It wouldn't work on his arm.
Find your penis.
But they decided they would basically like remake his penis out of skin grafts and just stitch it to his arm until it was ready to be reattached. So they just put it on there. I assume they like put, you know, gauze and shit over it so I wouldn't see it. But then he got lazy about getting it taken off. And I think he had it for like a few years, like 5 or 6 years. And then COVID hit. But after COVID, he got it put on. He got it put it back in the right place. I don't even know if it works down there. They can make working penises though.
Science is a terrifying.
Science. Well, what's the point of being able to make penises if they don't work?
This is true.
I guess he really just didn't have anything going on. Honestly, same. There was a woman who, you can get, chitinous with, like, chitin? How do you say it? Chitinous? She grew a horn on her forehead.
Neat.
You'll see her if you ever go to one of those Ripley's, believe it or not. They have, like, a model of the horn. But she grew that because it's basically the same stuff that's in your nails, and it grew on her forehead.
Makes sense.
But she was a widow, and she lived on a fucking mountain, and she just didn't care.
Fair.
So she didn't get rid of it. Like,
Yeah.
you'd probably have to have surgery anyway to get rid of it. So she shaved it down once, but after that she didn't care. Like, you'd be surprised if people can get used to living with. Well, put it in the list. We'll do it on Sunday. Give a little bit of shiny butt.
Shiny butt.
My shiny butt and me, shiny butt, shiny butt.
A shiny butt, you see.
We're almost done. Think about what we're gonna give the creature.
Well, you give it trash cans now. So you're gonna have to have like a raccoon shining a light at it or something.
Just give it a raccoon friend.
'Cause that's the raccoon, so possums ain't supposed to be there. That'd be silly. Yes?
I didn't lock the layer. What else is new? You know, anytime I make that noise, that's what I did. Don't lie.
Or the colors spread out everywhere.
Yeah.
Now all of China knows you used the paint tool.
Yeah. Why aren't you using the tool that Clip specifically has to let you fill in color? I'm just a dumb creature habit.
I'm just a little boy.
We're giving him a little raccoon friend. Alright, all that's left is Melissa after this. A plushie raccoon. I wonder if I should show them that person that's making that possum bag.
Probably.
I don't know if I'm being too familiar.
No, like you've drawn their character, several times, and like he, who, he, possum. It's just like the cheese. Just do
Rude.
charcuterie board.
I mean, I'm gonna probably wait to see how it looks because I like to be surprised and think of stuff at the time. It's the same way with the stream. I try not to put too much like mental art energy into the requests. That's why I don't look at them until pretty much just before the stream. Because I don't want to be wasting time I could spend on commissions or actual art stuff thinking about what I'm going to do with this and that. Because I will brain think about it forever.
She will. So instead
And then nobody's happy.
she comes in fresh.
Alright, Melissa wanted a Easter bunny.
Sure, go for it.
Let me get a picture of Melissa for the colors.
And usually she'll come in and she'll, like, when she does the things,
I'll
do
usually
it on
come up with
stream.
like an idea for it. Yeah.
And she'll do it on stream. Like, she'll pull up both that came up. Kind
Yeah, we'll pull up the thing and then we'll work from it there.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I can show a picture of the last Pokemon stream. It should be up in here. Like, here's the last one. That one was pretty fun. I like the Magikarp,
Yeah.
but I also like the Bunny Girls. But I have to work from spur of the moment with it, otherwise I'll just think about things forever. And I have a lot of shit on my plate already, so I'm gonna find a cute pose real quick. like a pinup. I don't know, I just don't like sending people like personal stuff that I'm not like friends with. Even if it's something they like. I feel like it's too forward.
That's how you become friends.
I don't want friends. I don't want to be friends with people.
It's fine.
I want to be alone.
It is normalized internet behavior in this day and age.
I just sent them a little baby possum picture because I thought they could use it for their requests on next stream if they wanted more possum pics. Hey girl, send you possum pics. Send possum pics!
He said he was gonna send me his Gundam. Oh no. Turns out it actually is a Gundam. That one was cute though.
That was cute.
They got married.
I would marry a man who made a big ass Gundam too.
Yeah, fair.
He's playing a game right now.
I am. I heard the booze. Let's see. Huh. That came out cute. I mean, like, yeah, there's a few that very definitely had specific artists and stuff working on it, as opposed to just cut and pasta the like chunks of it kind of thing. And that does show in how some of those look. It's really nice. So we've had a few that came out really good. She had one that was a Mimikyu fusion that came out looking.
Yeah, it was
like,
Mimikyu and Gardevoir.
Yeah.
That looked really nice.
So it came out looking like, you know, like a cursed ass ghost wife or something.
Yeah, a cursed ghost bride.
So that was really fun.
Should I do standing? It is a bunny.
Had her bent
Ooh.
over.
I like this one. This is from my pinup book.
Hey. Oh yeah.
That's why the picture is so shitty. Because I took it.
Do you want me to take you pinup pictures? Sean?
No! I already took them.
Oh, okay. I can take them if you wish. That's really good.
I have no friends.
Lies.
I'm a lone wolf.
Lies. Oops, all lies.
No one knows me.
I'm all dark and gritty.
Yeah!
You're animated Batman dark at best.
Rude. That gets pretty dark.
You're right. Brave and the Bold. That one's just...
That one's got Batmite,
Hey.
and he's meta.
That one's also got Batman singing in the lounge, so that one's objectively really good. Oh no, he's hot, but what if we make him hotter?
I'm gonna do her like, shh, I'm hiding eggs. Oh. Oh no.
Me? Wait, did it pause or was it just being
Yeah.
weird?
There we go. I'll turn them a little this way. My proportions are so squashed, I'm usually do things like 5 head tall.
What does that mean?
Shorter.
Ah,
They're more compact.
so chibi, but not quite.
No. Not close to chibi, really. Just squishier.
What is the level for chibi? Is that when it's
2
4
heads.
2 heads. Oh, wow. Way lower than that.
Usually the basic definition is 2 heads.
Oh, okay.
Average person is like 7 to 8 heads tall. At least like in art rules. Art rules are not biology rules.
Nope. Everybody's just got 7 heads now.
No, because like transvestigators will use that as an excuse. Like, see, they're trans.
Oh, yeah.
They're this many heads tall, or their belly button isn't they're in the right place, or something like that. Or, but like that's just basic art terms. Art anatomy is not biological anatomy. There's a difference. But mine is a little squished. Like the girl on my phone, she's probably like 4 or 5 heads tall.
Okay.
I usually do 5 or 6. Depends on how serious the picture is.
I just like to learn stuff from you. Find it.
Well, it's not really helpful for anything but art.
Yeah, but it's still neat to learn about. It's fun to hear.
But whenever I like use anything as a reference, I tend to make it a little more squashed.
Is that because of the cartoon background?
Yeah, probably that's the reason. I just have a cartoony sense of mine. It almost looks wrong to me if it's not. Well, yeah, they technically, I guess, be more compact.
Yeah.
As opposed to like if the boobs were like this on a full model, they'd probably be more like this. Because there's less body to work with.
Frick duty.
You're not gonna respond to the pun, honey?
I hadn't read it yet.
I prefer to put my face in them.
I put a pillow to keep them out of the way.
I wonder if my kids will ever be big enough for me to do it. Probably. Honestly, I probably should anyways, just because broad shoulders.
You got nice tits,
Ah, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
so they're making it hard for you to find shirts.
Yeah, they do. Especially Hawaiian shirts.
That's
You know
why
how I
she's
like
got the pointy ears. Start getting people with all your fucking pointy ears.
it.
2.
Oh,
She got one last night.
yeah. The 10 and the 20.
She definitely got the 20 tier because she's the one who ordered the whole month's worth of stuff. Yeah, we have a lot of horned women in here. This is a different horned woman.
How many horned women are there? Yes.
The answer is all of them.
Half of them are also red.
Tornado.
Hello, Minty.
Hey. Mintapalooza.
Too many mints. Too many mints. Too many mints. Just eat her. She's a mountain fresh.
Hey.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Is it lewd?
It's fragmented.
You gotta watch out for mint, because if you let it get too close to the ground, it'll spread everywhere. That'll be that. You'll have mint everywhere. Oops, all mint.
Oh no, I have her picking her nose.
What?
Shh.
No one will believe. There it was. Buzz, can I buzz buzz? Big buzz is for me.
Well, then it's not secret now.
Quack.
Now we all know. It's in my house.
It's a secret.
You're gonna drop the shop? That seems a little dangerous. Be a cute thing to call your Kofi if you don't already.
What?
The potion shop.
Yeah. Take it to the potion shop.
At least it's not one of those reverse bunny suits. I hate those. They're so stupid looking. Your fetish needs to make sense. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules.
Nope. Fishnets over the junk. Black latex everywhere else.
Now, usually it's some kind of heart sticker over the junk.
Yeah. Pasties. Carrot pasties. There we go.
Shh, where's the carrot?
Is it a baby carrot?
No.
Don't go in the pool. Well, if it's under the bed, it can hear me shouting at my husband at night.
I mean, that's fair. They usually do stuff. Mischief.
Mischief.
Assigned mischief at birth.
There is that one artist that draws the damn... Like, they do such good stockings. Such good nylon stockings. And then they put her in the shower. It's fucking nasty.
Your unending rage about that has always been fun.
I should have unfollowed them, really. They just do it more to make me mad, specifically, obviously.
Yep, just you. You know what they're on about.
Like that one stupid manga that has the girl in the school swimsuit, but then the thigh-high striped stockings.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this fetish? Hey!
Oops, all fetish.
Ah! Your fetish should make sense.
Oops, all fetish.
I'm not wrong for wanting that.
Make up an item and sell it. I mean, that's literally Kalo Cat doing stuff.
You go to that one Reddit that's item shop.
Yeah.
They have tons of those.
Mm-hmm. That always seemed like a good place to get that kind of stuff, or it's just like D&D stuff too.
You can always tell when I'm at my like comfort zone with these pictures. Like that Pokemon one, where like everyone looks like only vaguely okay, and then the two pinups look amazing.
Or the, like, you know, the cursed,
The cursed Mimikyu,
yeah, that one came out really good because you were in your zone.
What is my zone? Pretty ladies.
Pretty ladies, scary shit. Both.
I feel like pretty ladies and scary shit are that's just two of the same thing.
Not mutually exclusive, huh?
I mean, oh, ladies gotta be scary to be pretty, right?
Hey,
Is that just me?
if they meet your standards.
Yeah.
My wife has exacting standards. Teeth.
My standards are deeper than that. I made that whole post about my standards and everyone thought they were it, and I'm like, no. No, none of y'all meet my standards. If I could find people who met my standards, I wouldn't be here. I would be simping.
You simp all the time for monstrous creatures.
Yes, that's why I'm trying to find ones I can simp for.
Hey.
It's hard. It doesn't get rid of that Glee, but thank you.
Nope. Driblet's there forever now.
Damn it. I might go take a bath.
Good luck.
I haven't been up for about 2 hours. Go take a bathroom.
Unibrow to cover one tit. Become an Amazon.
Just have one big tit.
So what you do is you get a bag of holding and wear that as a bra. Where'd your tits go? Who cares? Gone now. A little chilly though. Gotta make sure to take off the bra of holding every so often though, otherwise you might get frostbite. Just like binding. Every 3 to 4 hours, take them off. But she will be back after these messages. Actually, she's too bad. Hey. Oh man. We got much done today. We got groceries and all that stuff. Got our laundry done. And it was a nice day out. It's very pleasant. Which probably means tomorrow's gonna suck ass weather-wise. Because I'm gonna be at work. Don't want to. I actually won't be up too much longer tonight. So she'll be ending up finishing up stream by herself. But thank you all for coming nonetheless. Yeah, got a lot done today. Just be careful with the overtime. Don't burn yourself out, you know. You are in it for a long time and a good time. So make sure that you take care of yourself. No amount of money can take back the time that you lose or injuries you get from overworking yourself. Nor will it ever make you cool, despite Elon Musk trying so much. So just take care of yourself, okay? That is very important. And this is coming from a puppet. We're a tired puppet tonight. Sorry, folks. I'm a little low energy. I'm trying, but I'm a bit dozy. That's a bummer. Some places will do a deal too, where you pay less per tire if you just get the full set, and it is arguably better to get a full set than to just be continuously getting one and one and one kind of thing. So, if you can afford it, kind of thing, it's better to do that, because then you're not having to constantly spend money. You end up spending less money overall to just do it completely. Actually, the one place that I used to go to with an older vehicle I had, they had a real nice thing where it was just if you had a full-size spare kind of thing, if you got 4 tires, you got a 5th one for free. And they really helped me out, and I got discounts there and stuff, and they actually really helped me out. So when that car bit the dust, since all the tires on it were still pretty close to brand new, they didn't have a lot of mileage on them. I was like, hey, look, these are mostly new, and I don't know if you can do anything with that, but you guys helped me out. Can you help somebody else out with them? And they were like, yeah. And so, those tires got a new home to help out another person just like they helped me. So, figured they helped me out a lot, I should pay it forward kind of thing.
I return.
Here comes the wife. That was the car that burst into flames in my driveway randomly.
Get on my spot.
It's still warm for you.
Ew. That's nasty.
Damn it.
Is this?
It's a warm, comfy seat.
It's got your butt juices on it. Bloop. Back to drawing, ladies. Woo! My glove back on. I feel like this chin is a little wide. I don't know, I've been liking some masculine-er looking women lately. Mom vibes.
Sick.
Mature. Not the little baby faces.
The little basic beginning waifus.
High cheekbones, broader chins, deeper voices. You talking about cars, honey?
Yeah, I was just talking about how, it's better to get a full set of tires if you can, instead of just constantly rotating, because you end up spending more money that way, doing them one at a time. And then I was talking about my car that decided to just fucking burst into flames randomly.
That was funny.
Yeah, that was a weird day.
You get 1 a month for each tier you're at, above 10. If I don't get to yours in the month, then I can get to you next month. But if you don't make a request for that month, it doesn't roll over or anything. Because I've never really had that problem.
Yeah. To be brutally honest, most of the people blast their requests at the start of the month.
Yeah.
They're usually pretty quick on the draw.
Because these are not high quality art pieces to begin with, so
They're quick and fun.
they're just quick and fun, yeah. No, I will not do that, sorry. It would take too much time to draw during one sitting. Unfortunately, I'm not an art machine that can just churn out things.
Forever.
If I could, I would.
Forever art. You and your forever art.
Because then someone could save up a bunch of months and then get like a big ol' multi-people piece, and I'd have to draw that all in one sitting, which I could not do.
Yeah. That would be brutal, I believe.
This music is relaxing. It makes me want to sleep.
Oh no, I'm already sleepy.
Yeah, I won't be much longer. This is the last one. Maybe like another half an hour. We're a little shorter than usual this week because I wanted to save the last 3 for next week because we had 7 and I usually do 6. I was like, I'll just divide the 7 up. Yeah, most people do.
Yeah, like we said, Beastie is usually just getting freaking slammed on the first day. Day 1 of the month, bam, here you go.
Everyone's always so excited about these. They're like 40% of my usual quality.
They like them. Especially for memes.
They're good for memes.
You've become the meme engine. Fuel the internet with more memes.
I had that one person who kept making me make changes afterwards. I was so glad when they left the Patreon. They were so annoying. It's like, it's one thing if it's like a major change, but they like micromanaged it afterwards. Yeah. Like it was an actual commission. It's like, no, it's something I draw within 30 minutes on stream. Of course it's not perfect.
It's meant to be silly during the stream. We've not really had any like big issues beyond that.
Well, that was one guy.
Yeah.
The one who like micromanaged literally every commission, so it took me like 4 months to do 4 pieces for him. When I can usually finish like a piece a week at most.
Yeah. Well, that's curating your own spaces kind of thing.
Yeah, I didn't want to say like, hey, can you leave? They were like a 20.
Yeah, that was the one that you had to set up the rules for edits.
Yeah, and then they still got upset with me. It's like they had 9 edits per picture. That's way more than a lot of people do, and I never have to set down edit rules. That would be like sending your food back 9 times and wondering why the cook was upset. That and the lady who's mean to Chibi too.
Yeah.
Like, she has me totally you know, I have like a post
traumatic stress.
Yeah, I have PTSD about fucking things up now in my info because she tried to use that against me so hard.
Yeah, that was a person that
you can enter requests, preferably like after all the requests are done. So like after next weekend. That'll just make it easier for me to be able to see who's next month, because otherwise I can get a little confused.
Yeah.
But like once the stream's over next week for the last request, like feel free to go ahead and put yours in. It is first come first serve, but everyone gets them.
Yeah.
So.
That's usually why we say just like the first of the month. Or when is it that the Patreon thing rolls over?
It usually rolls over on the 5th.
Okay, so.
But 5th. Like
But a lot of people.
Yeah, they can put in just. The only thing I ask is like wait till the last stream is over. That way I don't think that your stuff is for that month and think I have more of a workload than I do. That's really the only limitation I have on it. The putting the creature on everyone's finished one has really helped. I can keep track of who's gotten theirs done. Because there's a lot to keep track of for my little dyslexic brain. She laid this. Oh, I thought that was funny.
It was. I was trying to think of the dragon wife's name. Because she's always got the meme of, I didn't lay eggs, and then you have her in a bunny outfit holding up an egg.
Yeah. She lied. I don't see why in a fantasy thing where you can make your own rules, you can't just be like, yeah, she lays eggs. Especially if it's just for role-playing shit. Like, who fucking cares? Let's say I have RGB lights coming out of my nose. Does it affect the actual gameplay of the game? No, but it's part of the roleplay part, so who cares? Nobody cares. It's stupid to get nitpicky about that shit. The thieves can't have babies with nobody. Shut the fuck up.
What?
Shut the fuck up. We have magic. This little fucking Gweeblet.
It's gonna bother you.
Ah, it is. There is like a cleanup tool for this kind of shit that gets rid of little excess Gweeblets, but I don't trust like that. I don't trust like that. Maybe that's why I don't want to use the fill tool either.
Suddenly it'll just turn everything pink.
I feel like it won't listen to me.
Isn't that the thing with new tools? You gotta figure out how to make them listen to you.
Yeah, and I really should fucking just sit down and learn. Chibi's even sent me a tutorial.
Oh.
But I'm so old and so set in my ways. It's hard, bro.
New toys. Pretty. It's for the new Armored Core game that's coming out.
Is that a Gundam?
It's Mecha Dark Souls is what this one's gonna be. Because
Armored Core has always been the fiddly mecha nerds game. Like if you made a game specifically for like model kit people.
Hey.
Like mecha model kit people.
Hey.
And then you made a game for them. So this one's apparently gonna be just like a Dark Souls version of Armored Core, which means it's gonna be hellaciously fiddly as far as like making your mech have different parts and stuff.
Well, that sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very like, they've always been kind of a niche game. They're well aimed at their niche though.
I did the thing again where I do the hair last.
She's an egg with an egg. Send her a little screen thing.
She doesn't have any top yet. She's just open.
Send her a little thing of her just like it's a round head egg with an egg.
No. Don't you be taking a screenshot.
I thought about it. She said no, so I'm not. But yeah, they never really made it be like a Dark Souls feeling game, but apparently this one they're going to. So that'll be fun. People are very excited to see it, but also very concerned. Because, like, you could do some fiddly shit with it. Because you could, like, change out all the parts and paint everything and stuff like that.
You can paint things?
You could.
Fun. Can you put on stickers?
You could design your emblem.
Yeah!
Like
That was Armored Core's thing.
If you get it, I'll design one for you.
It was a niche game that was absurdly well aimed. I mean, it's FromSoft, so they're the Dark Souls people, anyways. Yeah, I honestly haven't played an Armored Core for a little bit. I forget which one the last one I played was, but I think it was the one where you start the first mission with just a fucking rocket strapped to your back and you're flying towards the thing that you're about to fight. I think that was the one that was the last one I played. It's been a little bit since I really played an Armored Core. Just haven't been that big on mech games.
This really is my fucking go-to, in it.
Pin-up ladies?
Yeah.
Hey.
At least I'm good at something. I don't know, I think I'm doing pretty good in most things these days.
Mm-hmm.
That Bowser Luigi one turned out real good, at least the sketch. Hopefully the rest, look good. Like with the rest of the picture. I'm a little worried. I haven't drawn the brothers.
Hey.
I'm gonna get typecast. For Bowigi shit. Oh, there goes my music.
Hey. Oh, Beastie likes your pinups too.
Well, yeah, I got paid to do a whole calendar for him. I'm pretty proud of him these days. I won't brag about much, but my pinups are fairly good. That was a brag. They're not as good as that one person I follow, though, that does little animations sometimes. Oh my god, he's like my idol.
Your senpai.
He's so talented, though. He makes the girls look so soft with just the basics of line. I'd show some of his stuff on here, but they're usually naked.
It is not.
They're very tastefully naked, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're very, like...
They're very naked. He even does animations with, like, the softest looking boobs. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
And none of that jiggly shit.
No.
No, this is actual, like, human fat. Soft and cozy.
Not to be mistaken for the one with the fishnets, which also makes everybody look really fucking hot. But,
oh yeah, he's fun with characters.
But that's a very specific way to make them look hot.
I like fishnets.
Yeah.
Not as much as stockings, though.
I mean, you are a sea creature. Of course you like nets.
Rude. Joke's on you, I like nylon more. It's aesthetically better. One thing that suck is they don't put those lines on nylon anymore, which I'm gonna put on this. But then I noticed, because now they're selling the tights that the white-haired wife on Witch of Mercury wears.
Oh, yeah.
And she has lines on both sides!
That's weird.
Yeah! I like it. I like the lines on stockings.
Artist barely disguised fetish.
Rude. Usually they're only on the back.
Yeah, because that's a manufacturing process. That makes sense. Why do you have them on both sides?
Because it looks cool and it's the future.
Fair. I still think that falls under the artist barely described fetish.
There's a scene in Some Like It Hot where Marilyn Monroe is talking to the two guys who are in disguise as women.
Man.
And she's like, "Are my lines straight?" And she stands with like her one foot popped.
Yeah.
And they get a tracing down her leg and I'm like, oh my god! And so I like lines on stockings.
Yeah, that's fair. It's nice.
I'm justified.
It gives you something to look at. Just gotta follow the line, you know?
Yeah, it helps define the shape of the leg, especially when you're drawing it.
Mm-hmm.
What is this Guiba? There you go, okay.
Just start sneaking Gweeblets in randomly. I would never. I would never. I'm not a monster.
This face me making that noise.
Would be objectively funny, but I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah. Alright, everything's red now.
Red.
Yeah. Use the purple for the suit color.
You get a red. You get a
I'm sure
red.
do black.
Probably black for the suit color, then you
You're
could
right.
do red for the bands.
Yeah.
Purple for the bands. I mean.
That's what I'm thinking. think about color.
Yeah. Would it be better to do the
I might do
purple on
them
the...
in white.
Yeah, would it be better to do purple on the center part and then black for like highlights?
I think I'll still do the center part black. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna also do, because you need the white to contrast with the purple right here.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I made it black. I might do that. Let me see. I can change it later. Boobas.
Gotta paint fill them titties.
Oh yeah, because the white would match the hair. That would actually be good. I think I'm gonna keep those white
Mm-hmm.
and black ears.
Are you sure the white wouldn't blend in too much with the hair? For like
No,
the
because the
armbands?
hair will be a little more purple.
Hmm.
Because the hair kind of has a bit of a purple gradient to it.
Okay.
Plus, I want it to. I don't want it to stand out too much. I just want it to divide the sections of the body.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking would be like the white hair, the purple collar, and then the black thing, so you have that color gradient. But yeah, I think that would be just fine. I think that will look good.
Then again, I'm not the best at color theory.
Huh?
I'm not the best at color theory. That's like my weakest point, I think. I'm sure some people would say anatomy, but
Anatomy.
I should put that up. What's my weakest art point? I would just cry. Everyone would be mean to me and I would cry.
No wrong answers. Only ones that make me cry.
No correct answers, only ones that make me cry.
Hey.
I don't think I could handle that.
Oh.
Not from a bunch of random people on the internet. It would make me too sad. From like one authority teacher I could probably handle it, but probably not face to face. I remember that from art school. That was terrifying.
Well, the thing, like, if it's constructive criticism as opposed to just shitting on somebody, that's very different.
I don't know. I think in art, like, no matter what the criticism is, you're kind of saying like, hey, this thing you put all your heart and soul into, bad.
Sucks. Do better.
It's hard.
Yeah.
There was that recent Sekai episode, the Miku game one, where it was just basically girl cries in art class.
Oh.
And I was like, eh. You know what the conclusion was? She cried in art class but kept going.
Ah, so
I was like, this is not inspirational and I'm super mad at you now.
report. This, I feel called out.
I don't like it. Stop.
I'm in this picture and I don't like it.
I didn't like it at all. Why you gotta say something so wrong? Yet so true.
That was dance.
That's nice, sweetie.
Yeah.
What if I put, like, what are my skills, but then they're, like, ones that I don't think are my skills? Or things that I think are my skills are never mentioned? That would also make me cry.
I think it'd be kind of funny if you got told, like, oh, you're really good at this, and it's, like, some obtuse thing that you never even thought about. Or, like, something off to the side that you don't even, like,
I wouldn't put it past that, yeah.
Because you gotta remember two kicks. You're looking at yourself from an artist's perspective. Everybody else is looking at hee hoo hee titties go blur.
I was hoping to finish before you had to go to bed, but I guess it's getting time.
I'll just settle them down. Go brush my teeth. Usually be two.
No,
Usually be two.
bite me. That's bite me, not. It's entirely different.
That's what you said. You said bite me. That's what I
I
heard.
said fight me!
Oh, okay.
Beef, beef, beef,
Woo.
beef, beef.
Have a good night.
Night, Beastie.
Everyone's sleepy.
Yeah, all right.
I'll just sit here alone.
Drawing in
All
the
by
void.
myself.
Drawing titties in the void.
Yeah. Oh, that's just like my normal work day. So
Kinda, yeah.
just drawing titties by myself, though instead of music I have YouTube videos and podcasts.
3-hour essay.
I fucking wish. You all say that like they're just sitting around.
Yes, on your list of things you've already watched.
Yeah. A-hole. Oh no, I'll be chilly.
You got your blankie. You want a coat?
I'm okay. Oh, thank you! Put it in the blender. Yeah! Will it blend? Will it blend? Will it blend? I was so sad when I got all those bits yesterday they didn't explode.
Aw.
I love it when it explodes.
Yeah.
It was funny. Hello! Welcome to the stream. This is for patrons. Every month they get 1 to 2 requests and I do them during the stream. Depends on their level. And sometimes they're sexy ladies. Sometimes they're stupid memes.
A lot of time.
Sometimes both. Sometimes. Oh, thank you. This is kind of something I'm rather good at, so...
No.
Rude.
Paw Patrol.
Hi, Pixel! Where are my stocking brushes? Don't judge me.
Furry concealer.
Wait. I need to get rid of that leg. I need one leg. Since I could draw. Or do you mean tonight? If it's tonight, 2.5 hours. I have a compulsion. I can't stop.
Oh, stop.
Ah! My brush is fucked up. Oh, no. It's just this.
Or.
This is a bad brush. I have a compulsion and I can't stop. I would do this even if I wasn't paid, but because I'm paid, I do what people want me to instead. That looks horrible. This brush is horrible. Ooh, gold. There we go. Now we'll do the other one. I've only been doing commissions and stuff for the last few years though. Have a good night! Because my husband encouraged me to do it. Until then I didn't think I could make any money off of it. Until then, I just posted and hope people liked it. Drank. Drank. My husband's going to bed too, because he's got to get up for work. Hi, Snooky! Leaving me all alone to draw sexy women by myself. What a cruel, cruel world I live in. This is the marriage I face. all alone with sexy ladies.
Sexy ladies.
Yeah. Sometimes I can even hear his voice.
Going on here to give you smooches.
I love you, sweetie.
Got Yosemite Sam my way over here and smooch you good. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hi, wife.
Hi, honey. I thought you were going to sleep.
I brushed my teeth.
Good job.
I came to go look at the pretty ladies.
There's only one pretty lady.
Yeah, I'm looking at her.
Ah! I've been poked. No. None of these brushes are the right brush. I swear I lost like one brush that was perfect for this and I have never recovered.
You're gonna have to go and download more fishnet brushes, obviously.
These aren't fishnets, you uncultured swine.
Oh, I'm sorry, stockings.
They're nylons.
Oh, we're doing the clip versus magazine thing now, huh?
That's an entirely different fuck you.
Colloquialisms.
Fishnets are netted.
The difference is
I have some fishnets if you want to see them.
it's just the difference in the size of the holes.
Nylon is much smaller. It doesn't have any holes. Looking at sexy ladies. I guess work still is going. He goes to sleep so early, my time schedule's totally fucked up.
I honestly forgot they were open this late on Sunday. Sounds windy out there.
You're Wimby. Probably because it was so hot.
Yeah, maybe. Is that wind or is somebody just doing stuff outside? Shouldn't be the first time it would be there. Oh, it's pouring down rain.
Yay, rain! Well, be careful driving home, Snooky.
I was like, it sure sounds wimpy out there. I do this. What? Wrong layer.
Wait. We're good. We're fine. It's fine.
Too many layers.
Do not. I only have 13 on here. I'm not like some people.
I was gonna say, does it have a maximum amount of layers, or does it just get slower?
I don't know.
Ask Jimmy.
I don't actually know. I think if you have more layers, like, I think layers themselves don't slow it up. It's how much, like, data you have in each layer.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really think having a certain amount of layers will fuck you up. I think it's more just... You could have just a few layers, but the canvas is huge, and, you do one of the things I do where you get, the chromatic aberration, and it looks weird.
Yeah.
And then it's because it's like a bunch of different tiny colored dots, it thinks it's like a super complex piece, and Discord won't let you send it to people.
Yeah, that aberration brush is really complicated. It says.
I like it so much, it makes things look old.
It do look good. It's a good brush. I agree. Here comes your kissy. I'm gonna go flop on the bed. Mwah.
Have a good night, sweetie.
Good night, chat. Thank you all for coming. Hopefully you're enjoying things.
If not, why are you here? Just to suffer?
Well, sexy lady, so that's encouraging.
True.
I don't know if you know this, but hot lady.
There are free, already drawn hot ladies on the internet. I don't know if you know this. They're already complete. My ladies are incomplete.
Your ladies are hot.
I don't think you get any sexual satisfaction from watching it to be drawn, though.
You don't know that.
That's a good point. I don't know that. Is there someone who has a fetish for that?
Probably.
I can only get off to sexy ladies if I see how they're drawn.
I mean, maybe it's like one of those, like, you get that satisfaction of seeing, like, a thing completed, like a job done.
I mean, I do get that for, like, satisfying things.
I'll stream it on Fansly once and see what happens.
That would be so wild.
Then you can stream titties being drawn.
We do not safe for work on Fansley.
I don't actually do that much not safe for work out of commissions anymore, like on my own terms. Only every once in a while.
Well, there you go. Fermentation.
I'm still good at it though. I don't have a ship, so I haven't, like, had anyone that I want to draw doing sexy stuff besides my rare pair ship, which no one likes anyway. I mean, I do have a fetish for nicely drawn ladies and men's, but that's just because they're more attractive. Just gonna spend way too much time on these stockings. Proper waste of time. Paul, you're supposed to be asleep. Go away. Sometimes I can even hear my dead husband's voice.
I hear you picking on yourself. Don't be mean to yourself. You know better.
Yep.
Love yourself.
If only he was still alive.
Love yourself.
They can't hear you anyway.
I'm going to encourage you.
Go away, honey.
Here I come.
Go to fuck to sleep.
Here I come. Encouragement inbound. Do 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 do. Hi, wife. I love you.
Uh-huh. Go to sleep.
Hey, shiny butt.
Rude.
I like it a butt.
Of course you like a butt.
Oh no, you like it a butt.
Oh, and now it's a private.
Did you tell a Daisy? Oh, did I tell a Daisy? Of course.
I have a sketch for a picture I'm working on Patreon right now of Bowser and Luigi getting married. And he's in the peach wedding dress and she's just sitting to the side being like, well, solves my problems. And then in the vague distance you can see Mario running full speed at the whole situation. I thought that ship was cute. I thought Luigi was cute, but then the fact that Mario would be super pissed at it was hilarious to me, so now I actively ship it. Can't seem to like a ship unless someone is unhappy. I need someone whose art fetish is they can only get off to women drawn by a well-paid artist. That would be nice. I'll do side stockings instead. Oops. Sidelines. Yeah, that's nice. Alright, now I should actually do the rest of this stupid outfit. I don't even technically have her coloring done because I haven't done the egg. I don't know what color I'll make the egg. Look at the stockings all nice and done and nothing else. Her little head things aren't even done. I was distracted. I was hoping I wouldn't make it 3 hours tonight, but damn if I'm not on this. Alright, let's do all the black. It's gonna be kind of metallic, so it's gonna have really hard shading. Which will contrast nice with the soft shading of the leggings. And probably some reflective backlighting. So we'll have a little extra shine. Paul keeps asking how I know how to shade things, and I'm like, just look at the world. It's right in front of you. That's how light works. But life drawing is actually really helpful. I think anyone can really do what I'm doing if they just have to take the time to pay attention to stuff. And life drawing is a real good skill for that. Just going out and drawing things you see, you'll eventually, once you learn how to draw what you see and not what you think you see, it works a lot better. Which is a weird thing to say, but you'll kind of realize that as you start working on it. It's a bit of a bad habit to break. It's actually harder to break for people who aren't artists, I think, like beforehand. I think if you come into art not having drawn beforehand, you probably have an easier time learning things. Because you kind of have to unlearn what you already know. Especially if you're a teenager, because you're a little shit. I think we are all little shit art teenagers if you're into art. Before you do anything cool like surrealism or anything abstract, you gotta learn the basics, because if you don't know the basics, you won't be able to distort them later. That's how people do those really good uncanny pictures and stuff like that. They learn what things should look like and then they fuck with them. I think I'm gonna make this slightly purple. Not that. There we go. Give it a bit of a lighter purple edge. Since this is really reflective, you have to actually give it a lot of colors. If you really want to go super detailed, you can actually do a reflection of if you have the balls. I do not in a 30-minute span of time. But sometimes you can like dick around with it by just putting in like light reflecting off of it. Little spotlights and things like that. That'll make it look like it's in an actual place. If you're trying to do a nice piece, it's best to not make all the shadows one color, even if they're on the same object. Kind of takes away a bit of the dimension. got some loose spots in here. Now I'm gonna do some major shadows. These are a little less harsh. Go, and now I'm gonna do some highlights. In a really reflective piece like this, it's good to do highlights around where the shadow is, because they're usually much harder objects than, say, skin or something like that, so there's a little bit of backlight to them, and it'll make them look more metallic. If you have something that's really reflective like this, it's good to give all the edges just a little bit of light, because they're almost mirror-esque. They will probably be reflecting some light. I feel like metallic and just really reflected objects are both easier and harder to shade, because I think we naturally do that kind of shading when we don't know what we're doing, because they're very hard edges, but they can be so, like, complex depending on how complicated you want to do something. More so than skin and stuff, which I feel like is simpler even when it's done with a lot of detail. It's a lot softer. There's more room for mistakes. Bit of white for like the real bright lights. There we go. Alright, we at least got that done. Let's combine these because I'm gonna end up with way too many layers. Let's do the skin. Skin is easier because it's a lot softer. First, I want to give her some nails. Oh, I should also probably... Oop, there we go. Her glasses were in front of her finger. That doesn't make sense. I think it's too purple. There we go. Alright. Yeah.
We can play it on my Nintendo Entertainment System.
Where the contrast is a lot less dramatic, like with the arms, I'm going to make a softer transition, but where it's more dramatic, like the edge of the nose or the edge of the fingers, it's gonna be less hard or it's gonna be more hard compared to, as you can see, hard, soft, because that's a more dramatic difference in lighting. Give a little bit of red to the edges of these. Mostly where there's softer shadows. That'll make it transition a little better. Darker parts, which are going to be purple. All right. I'll do some highlights on that. start with some soft ones. And then we'll do some harder, darker ones, or brighter, I guess. Alright, let's do the hair. Luckily, there's not that much of it. The hair, we kind of try to keep the hard edges at the end, because hair has a lot of little shadows. But for the clothes and stuff, it's a little softer. And I'm gonna add some blue, just to the softer parts. Alright, I think we're almost done. Shape the lips. And we'll put some white on the glasses. Do the horns. And the flowers. The horns are fairly simple because they're just, you know, straight shapes. Too bright. Also too bright. More orange. And since they're gold, they'll get a lot of highlights. Alright. I forgot the little tail ring. There we go. I think I'm gonna make this red. Yeah. And now we'll add a little color to the line work in some spots. Where the light would be hitting it. Just to soften it up a smidge. Now do the glasses. Alright, that should be all, and that's our last one for the night. Today was a short night because I'm splitting it up between 2 weekends, so I don't have to do 7 at once. That's what got so big. So did the cat one. Yeah, it was. I didn't even realize that till the very end. They are all animals, aren't they? Sometimes double animals. There we go. Alright, let me save that. Part 5. Save. Alright. I'll find the right button. Ah, there we go. Alright, that's the last one for tonight. We'll be back with the last 3 next Saturday, and Sunday will be the Poke Fusion stream. So if you're on the Patreon Discord, put in your request for the stream, and we'll try to get to as many as we can. Everyone have a good night. Bye!
You ain't ready for ready for the show me your moves. You ain't ready for the show me your moves. You ain't ready for the move. You ain't ready for the show me your moves. You ain't ready